Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Olympus Chosen. So before I jump into the scenario and to the episode, I've been meaning to say, and I'm realizing that this is my last opportunity to say that the next 2 weeks at least I will be on kind of a vacation. I'll be leaving my home and flying back to the US for the holidays. So that means after this episode, there won't be any episodes for at least 2 weeks until the New Year's. I will be putting up a post about this really quick before I do leave. I do want to apologize if that's the first you're hearing of this. I've only talked about it in my other videos with Battle Brothers because I thought I had more time, and it appears that I've been running out of time. So I only found out over the weekend that I'm leaving Wednesday instead of Thursday. So I thought I'd be able to put a couple videos together this week, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I apologize if this is the first you heard of that, but I will be back in the new year, and we will pick up the campaigns, the current campaigns, as normal after that. So, without further ado, let's see what the city encounter is holding for us today. You find yourself incredibly drunk and gambling away your hard-earned gold at the brown door when a robed woman approaches you. "Please," she says, "you must help me. They've taken my only daughter. I beg you." She slides a parchment toward you. "They left this behind." You look down to see nothing but the symbol of an upside-down black bird. "The ravens," a man mutters. "Bad business." A bouncer approaches. "Take that garbage outside. You're troubling the customers." So we can leave with the woman to help her find her missing daughter, or refuse to help and go back to gambling. I mean, come on. As I've said before, if Electrana wasn't with us, perhaps we'd just go back to gambling, but she has a way with words. And I think the scoundrel is okay looking for bad business. So let's go help. I'm wondering, my thought on this is, if this was a trap, I think they would have put something on the parchment instead of the ravens. We don't have any idea who the ravens are. I assume it's upside down only from our perspective, but I assume that perhaps we're going to save this daughter from the ravens. That's my thought process here. At least Electrana's thought process. Well, once outside, the woman hands you a large pouch of gold. "My father saw the whole thing, but then he went mad and ran toward the Sound Bridge. Please find him, and he'll help you find my daughter." Okay. So 20 collective gold, we just get that. What do you think here? I think Ate wasn't quick enough this time. So Electrana divvies it out and realizes, hey, what's fair is fair. You have more of the gold than all of us. I think it's only fair to share the extra between Electrana and Hephaestus. Sure. If it was an odd amount, maybe I'd say otherwise, but I think Electrana was leading the group, so in this case we'll go with that. Oh, okay. Shadows Within is a new quest. You know what? Sure. Let's do this. I had another plan, but this kind of came up in the city and the encounter, and you know, maybe we just need to go take care of this immediately instead of going on my original plan. My original plan was to go close the rift, and this kind of got in the way. So I say we go for this instead. This is a side quest, so it's going to help Ate out with her personal quest too. Shadows within. Whatever the ravens are up to at the Silent Bridge, they've stolen a child and driven a man insane to do it. We're going to be seeing cultists, hounds, and living spirits. Of course, flying with shields, innate retaliate, and we know what the cultists are known for, so... Nah, I like that. I like it. That fits pretty well.
It is almost midnight when you arrive at the Silent Bridge. Looking around, you find a dead raven hanging over the side. Farther down, you see a small opening at the base of a column, illuminated by a dim light. You climb down on a rope, and between all the dirt and trash, you find a wooden door, marked with the same raven symbol. This night has changed, and not for the better. You burst through the door, and hear an eerie crying at the far end of a stone hallway. Around you are robed men and their guard dogs. Something sinister is brewing.
All right. So, protector or professional? Protector. Sounds about right. Straggler or hoarder? I would like to pick up more gold with a Vistus. I'm not sure if he's really going to be able to do that, though. Let's see what Ate has first. Die Hard, never allow hit point value to drop below half. Pacifist. Okay, we'll go for Die Hard then. In this case, I will take Hoarder. I mean, this is still a good idea, but I'll be a little bit more flexible with it, so that's all right. Okay, well, let's jump into Shadows Within. Alrighty. So what do we got here? All monsters heal 1 damage at the start of each of their turns if they are within 2 hexes of the altar in the last room. So that would be back here. Okay. I don't know if I've ever done this one before. This doesn't sound familiar. And all mercenaries and mercenary summons suffer 1 damage at the start of each of their turns if they are within 2 hexes of the altar in the last room. Right. So if we make ranged attacks against the altar from 3 hexes or more, we'll be fine. Otherwise, I guess it's kind of like a wounded feeling. So, anyway. Okay, round 1. Alright, so we're starting off with the Smoke Bomb, Visage of the Inevitable. We'll see who deserves to die faster. Then Sunkeeper, ooh, let's switch you around. So we'll go with Hephaestus with Tinker's Tools and Hook Gun. That is kind of hoping that that's hoping that they both go after 26. If not, I'll still be able to do something there. But I'm thinking this hex will be empty anyway, because this might go here, and then this would go there if they do go early. So I'm hoping this one could just walk straight up to here. If I could stand here, I think I'd be happier, but yeah, maybe I do this instead, though. Yeah, actually, that's better. Because that way, if this one does go early, then I get to pull this one here. Or vice versa. Okay, let's do it like that. Okay. Then Electrona. Empowering command, that doesn't make it work anymore. So my thought here is empowering command and mobilizing axiom. Let's do it like this. And they are doing it. Those jerks. And they're all going... Ugh. Okay. That's okay. Sort of. It's not really okay. I'm not too excited about it. Alright. Actually, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible, because if I pull you into here... What a bunch of punks. I can't believe they did that. I mean, I can believe they did that. That's just so annoying. So, what I'm going to have to do here is... If I pull you to here and kill you, then you're going to be attacking both of them. But you'd be taking less damage from this one. Or I could pull you in, but then I can't use Visage of the Inevitable. You know what, screw it. Let's just take care of this. Yes, this is an attack, but... we can reduce it, so it's okay, I guess. But man, that was annoying. And even you moved there, too. So... They've absolutely screwed everything over. I'll make this attack, I guess. Skip that, and I'm gonna use this... No, I'm going to use the move to just move over here, I guess. Get away. Which leaves me to... I'll have you attack. Right. In the last episode, at the end, both Electrona and Ate donated for some blessings, and Hephaestus did not. So both of them actually do have 2 blessings. Hephaestus does not. See if we can kill you at least. Okay, we've gone invisible as well. That's interesting. And then we'll take this attack. And I'll just attack you, because I can't kill you, but I'd really like to deal a lot of damage here. 4's enough. Alright, and we've got light infused too. Man, 32 was pretty quick. As you can see, the AI really is good. They've been built really well to absolutely screw over your plans. Okay. Round 2. So let's see if this is fast enough. So Scoundrel is going really early. I thought about going later, but honestly, I don't want them to be bringing anything in. So instead, what I'm going to do is just try to go early here. And move 4, gain advantage. Actually, I don't even think I need that. But I'll still use it. And then I can use this later. So I'll run over to here and either kill you or you. We'll see what's more dangerous. And then 18 for Electrona. Move 3 with shield and defensive stance for the advantage attack. 20 a stun shot, disorienting flash just for the movement. Okay. So they're just doing attacks. They are going to be cursing, but I will be able to potentially... I will be able to stun one of them at least. You need to die, so I will run over here then. Yep. And then single out. There we go. There we go. Good work. And I'll make this attack here for that. Fantastic. Pulling 2 zeros. I like it. This is a lot of gold just sitting around here. And what I'm going to do is just, yeah, I can't move beyond them. So I'm just going to move up to here so that they can move up and they're not closing in again. So we'll skip, confirm the action. That does put both, well, I guess one of them, because we'll be able to stun the other. Now, do we want that? Kind of thinking we do, but we do have another free one there. I'll pass. I'll pass. We can just move up to here, pick up gold for him, because that's what he's looking for, right? Yep, 5 or more, we'll pick up 2. And from here, we can stun you. Cool. A little bit more damage. I'm alright with that. No damage, but we are adding a curse. It's just 1 curse, but she still does have her 2 blessings left. So, if we can make another attack with advantage and keep going with advantage, then that should help out. Unfortunately, all we have is this one, but maybe we'll be able to pull one of those with that. We'll see. Round 3. First up is Feistus, with Net Shooter just for the movement, and Reviving Shock to make some attacks against them. Then we have Electrona with Cautious Advance just for the initiative, and Holy Strike to stun one of them. And then Scoundrel, Ate going with Venom Shiv for kind of the initiative, but for the movement, and then Burning Oil to make an attack against one of them. I'd like to be maybe hammering this one with as much damage as possible while maybe just stunning that one. So I guess Ate attack that one. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Summoning. That's kind of why I'd like to, there you go. Hammer this one down. If I can get this one to be killing itself while it summons, that would be great. Actually, what I could do is stun, and you're going to stun the other one. I think this is a good opportunity for that. We can even use this. Those are your 2 targets. Let's stun you. I pulled that, but I have no other targets. That's too bad. Okay. Do I want to pull... Maybe I do actually want to use this. I'm thinking of getting stun shot back, but... Because now we don't have a way to stun. She's using hers, and he's used his all of his options already, so... but I will pass. Sunkeeper will stun the other one. It's too bad I can't use this. I can't stand here or here, so... Ah. And then I can't move. Although, it might be nice to use that so that I can pull... What's the next room here? We've got a room sort of similar in size to like this, and then the major room in the back. No, I'll wait. From here, I can't attack any of them. So let's jump over. I guess this is okay. Yep. And then we'll attack that one. And yeah, let's use that. Pull that again. So stunned, it's wounded, which is good. And I should probably pull this. Yep. And I'm thinking Flurry of Blades for that, or single out for this. I do have Flanking Strike, so I think I'll bring Flurry of Blades so that I have another advantage attack. But I already have this too. Okay, let's bring single out. That way we've got a couple really heavy hitters if I really need it. Round 4. Okay, so this one's going to be interesting, I think. We have Flanking Strike for that attack. Hidden Daggers, we're just going to go invisible. We'll make an attack right there. Then at 18, we'll have Toxic Bolt for Hephaestus and Ink Bomb. We'll go back up, pick this up, because Electrona is going to go for Tactical Order and Daybreak. And if I need it, then I'll do it the other way around. If for some reason I really need to kill the other one, then I'll go for it. I'm hoping all 3 of them, or all 2 of them, will be dead. 39 with attacking. Okay. And then they're going to heal. Right. Use this first. And an attack there. Maybe it would have been good to move over here, but then I wouldn't be attacking with advantage. So I'll just make this attack. That's fine. And actually, let's use that. You're kidding. All right, fair enough. That means you've already been attacked. Okay, we'll make that attack here. That's all right. And we will make this attack move against you. Good, you're dead. And I'm going to use this to get moving toward the door. Yep. Another curse. And you, well, okay, you removed the poison. Round 5. I know what I'm doing over here, but that's a little too late. So I'm hoping that we can have you kill you before that. We'll have to use this and this, and I don't think I'll be... I think I'll just be healing. Potentially the Sunkeeper. Or I might just run up and punch. And as for you, we'll use this and... Whoops, definitely not long rest. We'll go with that. It's going really early, of course, so I don't even want to make this attack now. Well, that's good. So if that's the case, we'll run over to here, pick up some more loot. This will be the 5th one that he needed. That's great. And we'll use this to heal you up. Okay, I'm gonna make this attack. That's fine. And we'll heal you up. And unfortunately, I don't really want to make this attack. Because then you're going to attack us. So I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to. I'm not too worried about this. I do have another punch that I can go for, but we will be taking long rests with you two. And I'm just hoping that you're not going to do much. No, of course you are. Of course you are. So... if I use that potion, then I need to pull a +1 to make this work. I don't see that as being... I mean, I probably will pull it because I'm not using it, but let's just do this. It'll kill himself. Wow! Okay! Well done, sir. I was just going to say, it's going to take 2 damage after it summons, so it's going to be dead if I just did 2 more damage, and then I could deal with a normal pretty easily with her. But never mind. Never mind. And you even picked up some more loot there. Perfect. This means you're going to be taking a long rest while these two open up this door. I'm fine with that. Wow, we got super, super lucky right there. I'm kind of thinking flintlock because I have burning oil if I want to loot. And this one, although is great, I can move and loot. I don't really have a reason to move and loot at the moment. Venom Shiv is my move at the moment, at this time. So flintlock it is. And we're all healed up too. This is great. I think I'm gonna go for... I kind of want to say cautious advance. Because pretty soon I think I'm going to, like around here, I'm hoping that I can get into this door and then pull defensive stance quickly. I'd like to be using this. Yeah. And I can't use that potion because I just skipped. That would have been actually really good. Unwavering Mandate would be another good one. Because I would like to have the movement if I don't have this. And the Unwavering Mandate makes me less mobile. Unless I use it for the top ability, but in that case, I would be burning this card anyway. So I'll drop Unwavering Mandate this time. No, I really want that. Cautious Advance. We'll burn Cautious Advance. Because I already have Righteous Strength with a move 3 and Shield Self. So I can use that to walk in now, and then mobilizing Axiom or Infusing. Or I could go for a Holy Strike to stun somebody. I like that idea, but actually I like that idea. Let's go with it this way. I have the boots if I need to get in a bit further. That's a good idea. Then we'll go with, I'd like to use this. Burning Oil would be good. And Venom Shiv. I'll go with Venom Shiv. We'll go at 60. And that way I've got plenty of movement and then I can go in with that. As for you, Long Rest, so I can get my Eagle Eye Goggles back. Okay. So let's do this. Oh boy, look at the graphics in here. The details are interesting. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all have... Oh, they're all going to be cursing. Everybody. Great. And then what are they doing? They're summoning. So we are definitely going to use the boots to get right up in their face. Yep. And the shield is not so important anymore, but... And they're bringing in ice, which is actually a bad thing because they can stun with that. Oh, this is really rough. Okay. Well. I'm gonna stun you. Another shield. Great. If that's the case, definitely let's use this to bring in stun or light or whatever, so that I can start pounding on them. So they should go toward her, which is great. It sucks for her, but these two will not be cursed because she's way up here. And she's actually really screwed. She's completely surrounded. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, but this is great. This is actually really good because now they don't have a place to summon. They can't summon onto the loot. Great. It's fantastic. Okay. I'll use this, and I'll get ready with a major attack against both of them. And then I'll make this, I'll make this attack here against you. And if I just hit like this with a +0, they're wounded and it will die in the next round, so I'm okay with it. Okay, that's cool too. That's perfect. Let's see how many... Yeah, if I knew they weren't... If I realized they were all going to be surrounding me, then I wouldn't have stunned you. I would have just walked up. And maybe punched, but not that stun. So, yep. I'm gonna leave Tinker's Tools. And I'm thinking Reviving Shock. Because... they're not going to... It's not going to be enough damage to attack these. I don't know what's going to be in the last room, though. I assume it's not hounds. I think the hounds were just going to be at the entrance. But I guess there could be hounds. There's probably going to be cultists, since it's just the way that it looks like it's going to go. Yeah, so I'm going to go Reviving Shock. I think that's an alright one to burn first, by choice, that is. Well, got a lot of stuff going on here. Round 8. Now, Sunkeeper has this one ability that attacks all adjacent enemies for 4, I think. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking that. But of course, you know, how often is she in this position? It does burn. I think it also infuses light, if I'm remembering correctly, but should be able to do something pretty cool anyway. But we'll see. I know what I'm going to be doing with you. Single out with your axe on these two. That should be pretty good. Cool. Well, anyway, round 8. Okay, well, hoping 23 is fast enough for something cool. If not, then maybe I get to do something else anyway. But Ate is going first, Flurry of Blades for advantage, and single out, well, and for the initiative too. I could use this and just not move, but 3 is kind of an important initiative right now because these guys can go pretty early, and I don't want them to be stunning with ice. I also could have used this, but come on. I mean, it's either this or this, so I might as well just use Flurry of Blades. Anyway, 20, we've got a stun shot and ink bomb for the movement to move in here and stun. And then mobilizing axiom for the initiative and movement, and hammer blow. If I can stand here to make an attack with skewer or long spear, 5 at advantage, that would be great. If I can't, and for some reason this one moves away, then I'll go here to make that attack. We'll just have to see what's going on. All right. Yeah. Oh no, actually, we're going first. Okay, good. They're not going to be able to do anything because if they are dead, then... Oh, that's right. They could put one here. Because if there's loot here and here, then they can't go anywhere. Okay, we'll just have to see. Let's see what I can get done here. We'll go with this and this. Right there. And that's it. Great. 2 more down. Nope, don't need that. Let's run in. Undo. Yeah, let's just run into here. And stun shot. Here's the tricky thing here. I think it's important to stun you. I'm not too worried about the incoming damage, but I also don't want this space to be empty. In that case, they could both summon, and that would be bad. So I think what I'm going to do is stun you. I keep forgetting about weighted net. Because then in that case, I could have... Is it 2? 2. I could have gone with like Toxic Bolt for the poison instead of the stun and just use this. I need to remember that I have weighted net and I need to remember to use it. But the stun will also stop from attacking too. Okay, we dealt the damage on him too. Fair enough. A stun shot would be good to bring in, but I think I'm going to pass on that. Now, here's the problem, right? If I don't move, if I just stay right where I am and make an attack with hammer blow, then they will be taking damage and nothing happens. Or I could move back here for the attack, potentially killing, well, yeah, potentially killing you and maybe hurting you quite a bit. My fear is that she has 7. Is that 7 or 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be nice. I don't know. If you put the cursor over it, it just says how many you have. But because in cases like this, 7 curses. So I'm going to skip it. I'm not going to move. And I'm just going to stay right where I am. And I will attack you. Yep. Wow. Wish I would have attacked you. That's fine. And I just won't move. So far, we're doing pretty good here. Pretty good. Round 9. Alright, first up, Ate. Flanking strike for the initiative and movement. Visage of the inevitable to take you out. I could move here or here, doesn't matter. Probably here, but I think there... I've got a future plan I'm going to probably go for. Device this toxic bolt for the attack and flamethrower for the movement. And then Electrona with empowering command to use on somebody as a major stamina potion. And offensive stance, as I said before, I'm going to force myself to do it right now. I don't need to move. She's in a really good position. This is a perfect opportunity to use it. I'm gonna do it now because I only have this one room left over and I have tactical order and I don't have my boots, but I have tactical order at least to get in there. I also have dazzling charge if I need to move 4, so I think that'll be good. Summoning this poor guy. I'm starting to feel bad for him, right? Just trying so hard to summon up living bones and just does not have the place to do it. You'll be dead. Okay. So we'll put you right over there. Take you out. There we go. I know I didn't really need to do that, but I guess I really didn't need to do it. I could have made an attack, but I figured, hey, why not? Pretty easy kill. And with you, we'll make this attack here. It doesn't matter. And move over to here. Let me know if you know what I'm about to do. Okay, this. We're going to use... Oops. That. Yeah. Now I don't need to use my stamina potion now. Because I'll be getting 3 cards back, and I already have an odd amount of cards, so I'm happy with that. We'll take the stun shot for sure. Ink bomb for some extra movement, and yeah, let's go toxic bolt. Let's go with that. Let's do this. See, I don't want to do it again. Like I'm only doing this because I feel the need that I have to do it. I don't even want to do this because you're not going to attack, and I'm not worried about your incoming attacks. I'm more thinking about the future attacks in here, but I still just don't want to do this. But let's just get it over with. It is a great ability, and if you can... Okay. And if you can get a +1 enhancement on this shield, it costs... I think it just costs 100 gold. Then you'll always have 2 shield. That's when I do it very quickly. With 1 shield, I feel like it's just not worth it yet, but it's still worth it. It's still a great ability, as is. Round 10. This is what I'm going to do. Hook gun, loot 2. That's all of this gold here. And I'm wondering if... Yeah, she doesn't have it, which is really cool. I was considering to... where is it? Burning oil. I was thinking, you know, 95, if she's able to go earlier, then she'd be able to pick up this loot here first. But he is going to steal it all. I'm very excited about that. All right. Anyway, round 10. We're starting off with Jade, the Scoundrel, Smoke Bomb, and Hidden Daggers. I don't even know if she's going to be doing much, because if she does this, she won't be able to perform an attack. I feel like I probably should have had her stand here to be a bit more helpful, but and then if I do this, I mean, I could do that, pull, curse, and just punch with an attack here, and I might do that, but if you are summoning, then I'm not going to do it. But I can stun and hook gun, so that's my idea. Maybe I will pull so that I can stun and I don't feel like that's a waste, but I figured I don't want to see any more curses, and if he does attack us, then that's going to be a curse. So let's stun him and curse him instead. Sunkeeper, Tactical Order, and Daybreak for some attacks after that. Yeah, so I'd rather not see that curse. 27 just slid right between. And instead we'll curse you. This is even more loot if he ends up dying here. Which it looks pretty good. Can you do it? Yep. And then how much gold are we pulling here? 21. I think that's actually the most I did this recently playing with some friends. I walked into a room on a very particular scenario where there's a lot of gold, if you know which one I'm talking about. And I convinced my friend to run in and take out an enemy to come and quote-unquote save me. And then all I did was just pick up the loot. So, not a very tinkerer thing to do, but it was still pretty funny to do it. So, alright, end your turn. And, I mean, if that's the case, then what I'm going to do is this. Yeah, do that. And, oh, that's right, I can only move 1 with that, because it's a move 1. Man, maybe I should have done that then, to walk. I'd have to walk into the door, though. Yep. I'll confirm you. And I'm wondering, maybe... I don't know if I really want to send the Tinkerer in, because I could do something like this to open the door now, but she doesn't have a whole lot to do, and she's going to need a long rest. So what I might do is just like... I don't have to do anything either. I could just do nothing. So... yeah, I don't know. My thought is I could, as I'm saying, dangerous contraption. I don't have to move in to do that. And then maybe... You know what? I'm wondering how this works. One adjacent ally may recover all of their discarded cards. If they are performing a long rest, does that break the game? Okay, example. Scoundrel. Next turn. Let's say, we put Ate right there, alright? Next round, Ate, the Scoundrel, is taking a long rest. Then, Tinkerer says, with... Where is it? Reinvigorating Elixir. One adjacent ally may recover all of their discarded cards. So all of these cards go back into her hand before the long rest is performed. What happens when it gets to her turn? Now, I'm willing to test this out, but I'm afraid that it's going to crash the game. Or they figured out what to do in that situation. Because normally you can't rest if you have if you have less than 2 cards in your discard pile. You're not allowed to rest. But what happens if you don't have any cards and you've already chosen to rest? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. So let's see what happens when that happens. Skip movement. Yep. Round 11. So we're just going to do this and this. And I'm going to say long rest. And then I'm going to say reinvigorating Elixir. She'll get back all of her cards. And dangerous contraption for a summon. That does burn 2 cards. But honestly, there's only this last room left. So I'm not too worried. And she's going to be doing most of the damage anyway. So what do I do? What happens when this happens? Let's see. And if something does break it, it saves right here, so I can reload it and see what happens. So here you go. Okay, and we'll summon you right there. Now, I've never done this before in the board game, and I've thought about it quite a bit, and I don't know why I either just never looked it up, or I just didn't do it. I don't know. I mean, I could. See, she doesn't have her cards back, so I'm wondering if they're locked when she goes to take a rest. If that's the case, I'm gonna reload because I wanted to learn about it. So I'll see when it gets to her turn what happens. Unwavering Mandate could be really cool for you to perform an ability if you had cards in your hand right now, which you don't. So I think what I'll do is I'd really like to take a long rest so I can get my boots back, but maybe it's not necessary. And I don't want to open the door because I don't know if this is going to work and how this is going to work. Because at the moment it's suggesting it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is just this. Skip, whatever. And so it's the Scoundrel's turn. Okay. Okay. So it worked. It says, select an ability card to burn, then gain 2 health. It just says, end the Scoundrel's turn. So she got all of her cards back. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay, that's really, really cool and good to know. This means I'm going to have to perform a short rest over here because I didn't open that door. Oof. I'm going to redraw because I want that card. And I'm okay with dropping Empowering Command. I want this because I want to walk in and grab another shield. And I'm thinking Hammer Blow would be really nice. Okay. I'm also thinking Unwavering Mandate would be really cool because then I could have her perform 2 actions. Like she would take a turn and then take another turn when it gets to her turn, kind of a thing. I'm just wondering what that would be, right? Round 12. I think I need to put some thought into this. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I'm still going to go in with Righteous Strength with that shield, so I'd have 2 shield and Hammer Blow. I'm having a hard time here because I'm thinking the move 4 might be better than a move 3 because I'd only be able to move here and here. And I could only attack if something is in this space. So I think I might go with, Tactical Order first. And then I can go with Righteous Strength for extra movement later. Yep. And then Hammer Blow for that. Yep, okay. Then 60 for Ate, Venom Shiv for the movement, Burning Oil for the attack. And Tinkerer or Hephaestus, Ink Bomb for the movement and Disorienting Flash for this. Or this and this, depending on what's behind the door and where. Well, not unfortunately. This guy's going to start moving in, okay? So that means he's going to be standing right there. So I think I'm going to have to do this and Disorienting Flash to make sure that there's less incoming damage in the next round, I think is kind of my idea here. Because I don't have a move 4 down here to go in earlier. Okay, we'll do it that way. So your turn first. You can only move 3.
When you open the stone door, you see an altar in the middle of the room, pulsing with a strange red energy.
Oh boy. Okay, so there's 1, 2 normals, and 2 elites. And that... Oh.
One of the cultists turns to you and lowers her cape, revealing a smile. It is the woman from the brown door.
Ah, you're kidding me.
Just in time for the sacrifice, she says as she turns to the altar. We needed strong blood to complete our ritual. The cultists begin chanting as you heft your weapon and charge.
Okay. So what's it gonna do? Oh, nothing. Okay. I guess my thought was that it was we'd have to kill it, but that's not the case. Kill all enemies, we just have to kill the 4 of them. And they're going to be attacking for 0. We won't have to worry about them. We have to stay, what is it, 2? All mercenaries, oh, okay, all monsters heal 1. If they're within 2 hexes, and we suffer 1 damage if we're within 2 hexes. So around here we'll still be fine. Okay. Okay. Yep. So we'll do that. Oh, well, I got rid of 1, so I only have 6 left. I want to get a snapshot of this. Look at that. What is this thing? Huh. I love it. It's beautiful. All right. So, yep, we'll end your turn. Oh, interesting. You just want to go and hug that, don't you? Huh. It's weird that they walked right up to it. And when does this happen? At the start of the turn. Got it. Actually, undo. Let's do this first. Yep. Ooh, it's dead. Oh, well, okay. When does this trigger? Does it trigger before or after the wound? I want to say the start of each of their turns. Okay, it would either heal both of this off or die. Let's go back there. Stay 2 hexes away while keeping you in between. That's a good place. And you're gonna run in. Look at that guy. It's just so cool. And then now I could stun both of you with this. I'm kind of inclined to do that, but I could also just run up and punch you, and I think you would die. So I'm gonna do that instead. We'll stand right here. I'm just gonna punch you. Okay, good. Oh, that's... Okay, that's fine. I'm alright with that. Minor stamina potion? Nope. Round 13. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing with you. And then we just have you two to control. So I probably should have taken Disorienting Flashback to stun both of you, but I can do that at the start of my next turn. Alright, up first, Ate, Smoke Bomb. For that pull, Visage of the Inevitable for the kill. And then we'll pull this one closer. So that way we have more ways of attacking it later. But I'll make sure to kill this one first, and then Smoke Bomb to bring you in later. Adding another curse, of course. They have 2. We're on a roll here. But they don't necessarily attack for very much, so the curses aren't going to be that bad. Or that amazing, I guess. Then Hephaestus, move to heal you a little bit, and Net Shooter for an attack. Ooh, but that... Yeah, now I'm realizing that's actually not that good. Because the Net Shooter will be performed after. So maybe the Smoke Bomb isn't a very good idea. Is there... There's no chest? Or am I missing... Huh. What are those? Is that supposed to be, like, loot used to be there? I think so. No, there's no chest. What's up with that? What's that? Oh, man. Kind of disappointed. I can still... No, I don't want to do that either. Okay, well, I'll do it. And in this case, we won't go with Net Shooter. I'll go with Toxic Bolt instead. And then with Electrona, we're going with Dazzling Charge for potentially a stun, or maybe not, and just Daybreak if you are pulled to here, I won't have to move too far, so. Okay, they're just healing. That's great. Great. I will still pull you to put that curse in there. I think it's still helpful. Get him! And I'll attack with this so that it's poisoned and it won't heal. It'll only heal. Well, I guess it will heal because of the altar, and then it will heal itself anyway, so it won't really matter. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do that, but I will pick this up. Yeah, sure. I was really preparing myself to needing to attack the obstacle and destroying it, but that wasn't the case. I am going to use this because I don't see many more opportunities. We're going to take Disorienting Flash. I think that's going to be a good one for next round. And it's pretty much the end anyway, so burning more cards isn't going to be that big of a deal. Oh wow, yeah, you're completely healed back up. Never mind. Bummer. That's fine though. Well, I'll just move up. And we'll make that attack there. Cool. Round 14. I think. Let's go for major attack, or what's she looking like here? I could do that. Let's go with unwavering mandate, and I'll use this to go early. And this way we'll go with hidden daggers to do that, and flanking strike to do this, and then unwavering mandate to have her go again, which she'll be able to do single out and flurry of blades. Maybe she will move over here to make an attack on you, I'm not sure yet, and then we'll do these two and we can stun. Summoning, yeah. Glad I picked that up then. So, let's go invisible. More for the strengthen, right? We'll do this attack here. I'll use this. Oh no, I don't even need to use that. What do we got? Let's just make a normal attack. Okay, one down. And now we'll go with this. You can go again. This is great. I love it. We'll squeeze around to this side. Already strengthened, so it doesn't matter. And then single out here. We'll go with that. I guess I could have added another one, but you're going to be stunned anyway. I'm not too worried. That's such a... That was fun. Alright. Let's go pick up this loot now. I'm really disappointed there's no chest. Okay. Skip and skip. It's not really necessary. What's going on with her cape, right? Cape is all messed up. Oh!
The last cultist crashes to the floor, and you try to catch your breath.
Okay. What's going on here?
Suddenly the altar starts to tremble, smoke and fire rising from its core. Demons made of flame emerge from it, and an inferno engulfs the room.
Uh-oh.
You realize that you've failed to stop the ritual.
No, I didn't. Okay. So is it... It's just the two of them. Does it just show up now? No. Okay, well, we have... Actually... We can stun them anyway. So they'll be stunned in the next round. Skip that. And I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll go up and steal that loot. Sure. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely don't remember this. And that is kind of dangerous because I've been burning cards like it's my job with the Tinkerer lately. So I'm still okay though, actually. I'm still all right. I'm not too worried here. I think I'm gonna have to take a short rest. No, actually, you know what? Long rest. Long rest. They're both stunned. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay. They're both stunned anyway, so we can take rests and we can deal with it later. Sunkeeper's turn. Ooh. I don't want to use this because pretty good chances for that. Undo. But I can't get over here. This one's going to be tough. They have retaliate. Look at those spike tendril-y things in the back. That's crazy. They have retaliate 3 at range 3. So if I make a ranged attack within 3 or at 3 hexes away, they will retaliate. This one's going to be easy to kill because it's a normal. So what I'm going to do is just stun you. There we go. Perfect. Or receive that damage, whatever. And, oh, this one's elite, so it does 3, and this one is 2, retaliate 2 at range 2. Got it. I will move away. I want an open space there, I think. Oh, because, okay. So because the thing, it went through, basically, we now suffer 2 damage at the start of our turn, regardless. All mercenaries and mercenary summons suffer 2 damage at the start of each of their turns. They won't heal, though. That's a good thing. I mean, we get to heal this break back anyway, so. I definitely want this. This isn't as necessary. And I might want that. And I want this. So let's get rid of Venom Shiv. No, don't attack it. Okay, I guess you're dead. You didn't take 2 damage. You were supposed to take 2 damage. Okay. And flamethrower actually would be really good for that wound, so I might do that. This would be good. It's an attack 4. That's actually good. I'll drop that one. Okay. Round 16. You will just take a long rest. I'm not too worried about what's going on over there. You, Ate, let's go for the Visage of the Inevitable and Flurry of Blades 3 to make sure I can take you out. But I think you're gonna be fine anyway. 1, 2, 3. I do need movement 3 though. And I don't have many opportunities for that, except for there. So I might do this first because this one will allow me to attack you with advantage. So I'll do it that way. And then we'll go with stun shot to try to stun you. And I sort of missed to back up a little bit. Okay, you're certainly dead. 3. You're kidding. 4. I chose the other one. That's okay though. Nope. Nope, it's not. It's not okay because now you're moving out of... No, you're stunned. Never mind. Okay. I'm going crazy here. This is perfect. These curses actually helped out in the end. Alright. Okay. So we'll go over here. Guess it doesn't matter where I go, but it should. Yeah, we'll skip. Yep. And then we'll take you up. There. 1 down. Okay. And you're dead. That's unfortunate. Yeah, see, he's not actually taking any damage. Strange. So you're stunned. I'm gonna walk right over. This way, yeah. This way we can move up with the scoundrel and make a major shot next round. That should do it. And we'll keep that and get rid of Daybreak. Okay. Round 17. This should be the killing move. I'm hoping that something else doesn't pop out of that. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Flurry of Blades for the attack, and then single out, or sorry, for the advantage for my attack of 4, 5, 6. Right there. And that's not enough. We'll use Flamethrower to wound it. And Toxic Bolt to back... Tinker's Tools to back up. Or to do whatever. And I guess we'll just... Dazzling Charge for stun if it's not dead yet. And that. Sure. So it's stunned. A little bit more damage. That's okay though. We'll swing back over here. Advantage. Everything we got. We'll use this just in case too. Fantastic. Yeah, we can heal. Wow. And yeah, nothing else. Nothing else. I mean, let me know if you see the chest in here, because I feel like I'm going crazy. But, okay. I wonder if I looted, like, next to that. Maybe it's under that, and it's just saying nothing. We'll just move up to here to pick that up. I wonder if they fixed... Okay, they did fix this. I think they fixed this a long time ago. But if you click on a burn card or burn ability and you skip it, it used to actually just... But that's not the case anymore, so... And I'm going to move over here instead of picking up that loot so that I can pick up XP. Skip. And then confirm so that I can get another 1 XP out of it. Did it happen? It didn't look like it happened.
The fire stops, and the only thing that remains on the altar is a small, glowing amber core. You pick it up, and it feels surprisingly cold in your hand. You're able to sell the gem for a nice profit, and you resolve to never help crying women in taverns ever again.
Come on, this is an outlier. You can't just expect that every crying woman in a tavern is going to walk us into a trap. Come on. And I'm kind of surprised that we just sold it instead of, like, can I take a look at it first? Maybe it's just worth money and that's it, but don't you think something cool could have been used? Like it's an item that we can use to summon a flame demon? I don't know, but oops, anyway. Scoundrel doing the work. Good work. Damage taken. Tinkerer. Feistus. Well done. 17 loot piles. And XP 14. Man. 7714. Yeah, this is great. What happened down here? Everything. Fantastic. 40 collective gold. Well, that's still pretty good amount. 10 XP each. I think there's gonna be a level up or two. Another side scenario. Halfway there. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way she is. I kind of want to see. Feistus has 85 gold. You know what? Electrona, this was her deal. I'm gonna give it to Electrona. Oh, it's even more. Right. Wow, 98, 98, 54. We do have some perk points at least. Not level up, but perk points. So let's go through those. I'm thinking that it might be a good idea, since I've put in a few of these rolling modifiers now, that I just start removing some of these negatives. So we'll start with consistency, I think. I think that's a good place. Hephaestus. We could go with intensify. I will get to outburst, don't worry. I feel like I'd like to... you know what? Yeah, let's go with outburst. You know what? Let's take it. He does have some ways of attacking with advantage. So there's good chances of pulling it. Okay, well, I think since I'll be going on a bit of a vacation, what I'm going to do is look over everything now, and if I see any place to spend the gold on items and or enhancements, I'll do it right now at this episode. And I'll even finish... Well, let's take a look at the city encounter first. After resting for the evening, you start out your day noticing a great number of prominent commanding posters around the city. Reading one, you learn that the Sanctuary of the Great Oak is laying down the foundation for a new building on the east side of Gloomhaven. Everyone is encouraged to come and help. This could be an important community event. Oh, man. I mean, go help lay the foundation. Right? We could take the opportunity to steal some valuables, but as I keep saying, Electrona is has a very commanding, prominent appearance, and even the scoundrel can't stop herself. But in any case, it would be 2 against 1 if the scoundrel decided to not want to help out. The Tinkerer definitely would be talked into, so we'll go with laying the foundation. Uh-oh. Well, amidst a great deal of revelry, you put all you have into laying the foundation of the sanctuary. Surely much good will be done here, healing the sick and wounded. After all your exhausted efforts, though, you might end up being the first patients. So we've gained reputation, we've gained 1 prosperity, which is great, but we lost a perk point. Collecting 3 perk points will unlock a perk. Perks are very handy and blah, 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 blah. So what this means is, well, first of all, that new items are in stock. Swing by my stand next time you're near the new market. I'm glad I did this first, because these are really, really good weapons. We're starting to get into some great stuff here. Let's take a look. So we lost a perk point, but I don't think she had one to lose anyway. She might have. I don't know how this works, honestly, because I still have Outburst. Yeah, I still have Outburst, and I still have Consistency, which are the 2 ones I just picked up. In the board game, I would have probably erased one. But I don't know. I don't know how that would work. What's this? Ooh. Ooh. Let's do it. We've reached Gloomhaven Wealth of 4. Let's check out the town records narrative. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I think it'd be better to put the narrative at the end, so I will look through the market and the Enchantress enhancements to see if there's any gold that I want to spend on anything, and regardless, we will I'll sign off and then end with the narrative for anybody that's interested. I've already recorded it, but I'll put it on the end. So let's check out the merchant first. We'll go item by item for what's available to us now. First up is the Hawk Helm, which during your ranged attack add +1 range to your entire attack action. I love this helmet. It's really good for people like Hephaestus. However, the Eagle Eye goggles are kind of better. Same thing with Ate. I've built Ate to be more ranged focus, but she's kind of pulling back a little bit into the melee range. So I don't think I'm going to be buying it, but there are really good classes that the Hawk Helm is perfect for. I just always have a hard time looking past the Eagle Eye goggles. I feel like the Eagle Eye goggles should not have been available from day 1 because it's just too powerful, I think. Hawk Helm can be very powerful though. So yeah. Studded leather. This is the same thing as leather armor, except you also gain shield 1. So it's kind of a mix of, let's say, hide armor and leather armor, but you don't get the negative of the hide armor, which is pretty cool, actually. The studded leather is really nice. At a cost of 30, I think that Ate is very interested in one of these. Pretty interested. Anything here? Yes, yes. the tower shield instead of, you know, where is it? The heater shield. We've got the tower shield where it's a shield 2. Again, it can be reused after a long rest. This is still just a one-handed item, but since I've picking up the long spear for Electrona, I'm less interested in it. However, I don't know why it goes all the way back down. I guess I'll just do this. However, I'm kind of interested in maybe selling off the long spear and using the tower shield instead. I'm not sure though. It's an option. The Volatile Bomb. During your single target ranged attack action, mouthful, turn the attack into the following. Guess what I really like pairing this up with? Stun shot, or stun shot like abilities. This Volatile Bomb is almost certainly going to go to Hephaestus. Almost certainly. What do we have available? It would take one of your hand slots instead of the weighted net. And you know what? I'm absolutely fine with that, because I have not been using the weighted net. I like the weighted net, but I'm just not seeing it as a viable option for him anymore, because it's just not there. I'm not using it. Sometimes I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, let's use that. But honestly, I don't think it's all that necessary. So I think I might be selling the weighted net. That would be 10 gold. And then getting the Volatile Bomb, which would be, I mean, it would be 20 gold because I'm selling the weighted net, which would leave him with 78, which is still a lot of good options for the Enchantress or enhancements. Or I could potentially buy something like Jagged Sword if I want him to do some melee attacks. I don't think so though. So by taking this, I would like to find something to put in his other hand eventually, but I don't need to do it right away. I mean, it could just be a heater shield too. It could be. Comfortable shoes. These are pretty cool. Whenever you use default bottom of an ability card, perform move 3 instead of move 2. This is pretty cool. I don't think that I would use them for anybody. Hephaestus maybe, because he has a few abilities, like Restorative Mist is just a move 2 on the bottom. Let's see here, Net Shooter. I don't typically use this all that much, so I use this more, or I just use a move 2 anyway. So it could be something useful for him. Then I wouldn't need to think about all these move 4s all the time. I could probably drop one or something. This, I typically use this more often. So this is actually a good idea for him. I'm more inclined to get an enhancement for Hephaestus. So I don't know if I want to spend all of his money on items. Falcon figurine for 50 gold. Summon a Jade Falcon. Has 2 health, 3 movement, and 2 attack, and it does fly. So this is a pretty interesting summon that you can, you know, throw into the start of a room, and it will just fly across all of the obstacles or through them and can still make attacks. It's pretty cool. Major Stamina Potion, we finally got one of these. Recover up to 2 of your cards, discarded cards. This is great. Very good. Cool. Well, that's all of the new items. Let me see if I can find something for our mercenaries, and I'll take a look at the Enchantress as well. So, I ended up spending nearly all of the gold on items and enhancements. I think this is going to be more fun than waiting to purchase enhancements that are typically bought for each of them, you know, like Electrona, for instance. Yes, would love to get a I would love to get a +1 on the shield, but it costs 100, and I'd rather not just have the money sitting around being useless until I can finally do it. And who knows that she might be getting close to retire at that point, so she picks up gold pretty slowly. Particularly because I don't have, is it Lay on Hands? Yeah, I don't have her one loot card. But I did buy a pretty cool enhancement for her on Daybreak, which is going to make her bless an adjacent ally twice. So move 2, bless. I do typically use Daybreak once or twice before getting rid of it. And this might make me keep it for a second or third time, so that I can continue to bless, particularly Ate. So I think this is a pretty cool one. It's going to be pretty fun to do. I did it in the past. I also did do defensive stance, and that's also a very good one. But as I said, it takes a long time for her to pick up loot. And maybe this is the next one I shoot for if I get a lot of loot really quickly. Not holding my breath though. But I think this one's a really good one for her anyway. Particularly for the people she's working with, right? Next is Hephaestus. Hephaestus did pick up an enchantment, Reinvigorating Elixir. All I did was just add a +1 to the heal, making it a pretty good heal 4 at range 3 instead of a heal 3. +1, that's not too bad. He didn't spend all of his gold here. But I did purchase the Volatile Bomb for him, which meant that I sold off the net, and I picked up those comfortable shoes for him. Should make him pretty happy. Again, that's going to help him with mobility. That Volatile, not Molotov, Volatile Bomb is going to go really, really well with Stun Shot. But it would also go pretty well with Toxic Bolt to lay down a huge poison bomb on up to 3 enemies. So in either case, that's going to be pretty good. And then Ate. I don't think... Nope, I did not pick up an enhancement for her. No, I did not. But I picked up a few pieces of gear for her, a couple. So I sold off the Poison Dagger, I think for a good reason. I don't use it very often, and when she goes in for those melee attacks, it's typically for the kill, so I'm not too interested in poisoning them. The poison is typically like a backup thing, and sure, it's come in handy, but I think the Volatile Bomb is going to be better, in particular when combined with Burning Oil. So this is going to be a ranged attack for wounding up to 3 enemies. Now, it's unfortunate that I would not be able to pair it with an ability that attacks more than one target. For instance, Flurry of Blades, because it has to be a single attack. I can't use it for one of the 3 attacks from Flurry of Blades. And that's fine. I'm okay with it. Burning Oil combined with Volatile Bomb, I think those words just combine very well. And she has plenty of gold sitting around, and I still don't really know what to enhance yet, so I'm just going to spend it on Volatile Bomb to be more fun and try something new. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then body armor, I picked up the studded leather. For the reasons I explained before, she's not gaining any negative attack modifiers. She's getting shield 2, and they are also disadvantaged. So not only are they disadvantaged, right? So if they pull 2 +0s or +1s, the shield is still going to reduce that attack. And if they pull 2, like a 0 and a -1, it's going to reduce it even further. So the studded leather is a really cool armor particularly for those light kind of classes where I'm not looking for maybe a tank class, but somebody with high mobility and wants to do a lot of damage, right? So it kind of fits in her theme. Now, electronic, sure, she could use something like studded leather to have disadvantage twice and that shield. It would still work pretty well for a tank class. It's still pretty decent. So I would just rather have more. The chainmail can be used 3 times instead of the 2 times. But hey, I kind of think that the studded leather is still better because it's really good at mitigating damage in 2 different ways at the same time. Not bad. Not bad. That said, there are going to be armors later, you know, that increase the amount of times. So instead of 3, there's a 4. And I think that's all I'll say about that. So that's going to do it for the episode. As I said before, I will put the town records mercenary log at the end. So if you're interested in the narrative of Gloomhaven, stick around. It's a pretty interesting story that follows. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like or a comment. I'll take this final opportunity to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to you all, and I will see you all in 2 weeks or so. So as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time.
I hope we understand each other, Mr. Scrim. A well-decorated soldier stands in the center of the town records building as you enter. The librarian, Dominic, seems rather small by comparison, but he's not at all intimidated. "Oh, I understand you perfectly well," Dominic says, "but I don't think you're understanding my position. I am trying to find the truth." The soldier looks up as you approach, then looks back down at the bearded man. "Just think about what I said." He begins to gesture around him as he walks towards the door. "I'd hate to have to tear down this whole place." Dominic waves at you grimly. "Hey there. Glad to see you stop by. Who knows what sort of short-sighted, lowbrow lengths that thug would have gone through to get his point across." He shakes his head and then fluffs his beard. "It's just a difference of opinion, though. In my research, I've apparently asked the wrong people the wrong questions. It's amazing how reactionary, thick-skulled people can get about what's written down on a piece of parchment. It's not like anyone's going to even read this little text of mine." Dominic coughs. "Well, except you, of course. Is that why you've come by? I've finished up the broad history if you wanted to take a look." As human civilization expanded across the continent, 2 major changes occurred. The first was that merchants grew into prominent positions within the cities due to wealth gained from lucrative trade routes, both within human civilization and with other races. The second change was that the wilds, which were once so dangerous, became much less so, especially in the center of the continent, as areas were converted to farmland and peace was made with the surrounding races, in one way or another. The military taxed the trade heavily across the continent, and the merchants grew more and more resentful as larger portions of their earnings were demanded for less justification. The military did nothing and grew fat off the work of others. This all came to a head in the capital when the leader of the Merchants Guild, Simon Wainwright, organized a coup of the city's military by hiring an entire army of mercenaries with the guild's money and taking control of the city's keep. Very little force was actually required, as the city guard was outnumbered and woefully undertrained. The siege of the keep lasted less than 2 days, not nearly enough time for reinforcements to arrive from the surrounding cities. Once in power, the Merchants Guild quickly won the favor of the citizenry with sweeping social changes, allowing for a great many freedoms and relieving them from the heavy taxation of the military. Once the commoners were on the side of the merchants, there was little hope for the military of regaining control, at which point the mercenary army was no longer required, and the military was offered a decent salary to continue keeping watch over the city. After the capital was reformed, the merchants' revolution spread outward from there, quickly deposing the militaristic rule across the continent. As of the writing of this document, only one city remains under the governance of a military presence: Gloomhaven. Next, I really want to get into the development of Gloomhaven and this clash between the merchants and the military in the city, Dominic begins. But as you can see, the military isn't all that happy about it. Dominic hesitates. I was hoping you could all do me a favor, actually. In order to continue to put my pen to paper, I think I'd better get the backing of a powerful merchant to keep me safe. They're all sympathetic to me getting down this history, of course, but they're a little hesitant to publicly support the venture. I'm hoping you could do some convincing for me. You might have the most luck with Councilman Greymare.